Today's Tuesday, it's the 21st of November 2023, and it's a lot cooler. It is a lot cooler.
Here.
The temperature is supposed to be about 6 or 7 degrees colder today, and already Anita's been out and told me it's 14 degrees outside, which does feel quite cold. So we've wrapped up warm, and we've walked down to the bus stop to warm us up a little bit, and we're about to catch the bus into Palma. And hopefully we've got the buses right today. If you look over there, we can see there's number 47. That would take us into Palma, but it takes us on a rather meandering route. So we're going to wait for the number 46, which comes in the opposite direction. Anyway, I'll keep you posted as we go on our journey. Well, Anita's gone off now with her friend Yvonne. We're in Palma, and I've come to Pla de Palma. Here's a very rare shot. A moment ago, I was the only person in this part of Pla de Palma. Got a few more people here now, but it's not very inviting, is it? The work continues. There are a few benches you can sit on, but not many. And there are some tourist groups here who are being told about the history and what's going on here. But the work to replace all of these stones down here that are damaged, broken, missing, goes on and on and on. It's quite incredible. So the statue up here, which is where people would normally have their photographs taken, is sort of off limits now. But I've come into Palma, and first thing I want to have a look at is to see where the Christmas market is going to go. That would normally be here in Pla de Palma. So Pla de Palma would normally have, on that side, it'd have lots of stalls for Christmas. But obviously that's not going to happen this year, so it's been moved across the road. And moving anything across a road means people tend to miss it, and they'll stay in perhaps the old part of the town. They've got to cross not any road, it's very much a main road with something like 8 lanes on it. But it is where the intermodal station is. It's where the bus station is and the railway station. So if you're coming into Palma on the bus, then there's a good chance you're going to get off the bus here. It's not the only place, obviously. There's lots of bus stops here and around this particular area. The temperature, well, it's dropped. It has dropped noticeably from yesterday's highs of around about 24 yesterday. We were in Camp Pastilla, and Camp Pastilla was really warm. Lots of people on the beach, people in the sea, people doing things on the sea, the stand-up paddle boards. But the weather forecast has always said that it's going to cool down today, and there is a possibility of rain. When we arrived, it was blue skies, and the blue skies are giving way now to clouds. The clouds hopefully are not going to give way to rain, but we'll see how that goes. So temperature in Pla de Palma is 17 degrees, which is okay. And for the rest of the week, well, tomorrow supposedly it's going to get a little bit warmer, maybe only a degree, but more rain tomorrow. And then towards the end of the week, the rain goes, and we're back to normal sorts of temperatures, which are about 18 degrees. So we'll see. No for that, no. Trying to get the cigarettes off people. So this is where you'd go, or where I'd go, we'd go to get the train. So if you've been watching our videos, we were here last week, and we went down there to get the train to Inca. But I'm just going to go behind this now and have a look to see what's going on for the fair. So they'll be wanting to set up the Christmas fair fairly soon. On Thursday this week is when the Christmas lights are due to go on, and Friday is Black Friday. So there's something looks like one of these bouncy things you jump up and down on. And yes, look, this is where it's going to be. So we've got this area here, and the stalls are already getting lined up. Ah, look at this now. There is a big marquee. I'll go and investigate that later on over there. This is the park that is actually above the stations, the bus station, the railway station. And so this is where they're going to have it. So nothing open yet, but we can see that it's all in situ. There's people further down working. Just to let you know the time, it's just after 10:30 in the morning. So Anita likes to make an early start. And Anita and Yvonne have both got lots of things to do today, apparently. Shopping wise, Anita's getting some more wool so that she can do some more knitting. And the people here getting all their cubicles ready. Lights down here. This is actually going to be very interesting because it's really long. It's much longer than I thought it was going to be. And then in front of us, the conical Christmas tree. Well, that's going to be all lit up. And it's one of these where you can walk through. I had one of these during COVID, and they had to close down the walk-through part because there were so many people that were getting too close together, and so they actually closed the walk-through bit and made people walk around the outside. That one was in Parc de Mar. Wow, that's looking all ready. This I'm really impressed by how much there's going to be here. This looks to me to be far more than would ever have been in Plaza España. There's more stalls down there. This is like a square in the middle, and it will be well lit. Ventilation shafts down to the stations down below. And we've got the magnificent, will be illuminated Christmas tree. And this is interesting, actually putting down a false floor, wooden floor. And this bit, it's like we're going to have to repair the false floor before it's even down. We'll see what goes on there, not sure. More and more stalls. It's actually quite dark down here because the trees are giving a little bit of a shade here, and even though it's early in the morning. And just to prove that it is autumn, look, here we've got all the leaves. Gracias, montañete. You've got a guy there that's blowing them into a pile, another guy that scoops them into a bin. I'm actually quite impressed by the size of this market area. I think this will be great to come and have a look at once it's all opened up. And if you're approaching from the other end, the end down here, we've got park here for the children to play in. And some more lights ready to be switched on Thursday night. I'm not sure we're going to be able to come down on Thursday. I have a meeting at 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's not ideal. So that's it. And the clock on there says 10 past 10. It's not actually too far, about half an hour out, but it's not a real clock. And so there we go. I am suitably impressed by this. I'm going to go back now and investigate what that marquee is, though I'm not sure I'm going to find out too much, but we're going to investigate. And so I'm going to walk all the way back, and I'll see you when we get there. So I've just walked back up, and they've seen the error of their ways and removed the ones that were damaged. They'll get replaced by ones that are not damaged. There's a damaged one going away. There's the all-important bar getting stocked up. So in preparation for the influx of people, the park workers are doing the clean-up duty. They're cleaning up all the leaves. I've seen one here cleaning up graffiti, which is always good to see. Another little park here for the children. And then we've got this marquee. So I'm walking actually towards Pla de Palma now. And there's the intermodal station over there. So for things that need to be inside, I guess that's what this marquee's all about. So the ones I've been looking at so far are all outside. Oh, this could be the ice rink. So that's what it is. That's what it is. It's going to be ice skating in there. What fun is that going to be? So now we know what the marquee's about. It's about ice skating. And there will be several places you can go ice skating over the Christmas break. They bring in these sort of temporary ice skating rinks. So there'll be one in Portals, I think, Puerto Portals, one in Sonamar, maybe some others. I'll have to try and find out. Not something I'm going to go anywhere close to other than to watch. So I'll tend to fall over, I think. Someone was asking me about hotels in the centre. This one is the Palacio Avenida, and you don't get much more central than actually being in Pla de Palma. So not only have we got the ice skating, but there's going to be some other activities, things going on here. All of this being set up. And we'll be opening very soon. Looks like we're going to have a little mini fairground here. Right, I'm going to cross the road. Temperature still says 17 degrees Celsius. And because I've been doing a little bit of walking, I'm feeling quite warm. I'm just back in Pla de Palma, where they're working hard to replace all of these slate slabs which are now cracked and broken, damaged or missing. But in the meantime, they're actually cementing over any holes. So there's temporary repairs going on at the same time. You can use the chap who's doing it. Still not many people in Pla de Palma, which would normally be a very busy point. So just don't want to be here, I suppose. I'm going to go down to the Aroma, which is another area where we've got Christmas markets, stalls being set up. So in some areas they've already taken up the slate slabs that we're walking on now, and they've replaced it with concrete, and it's uneven. It's not flat. Walking over it, and you can feel the unevenness. It just makes the job when they actually do, unless they're going to take it all up again, start again, which they could do. But it makes the job that much more difficult. There they go. So they're taking the opportunity to put things underground that should be underground, which are cables. Spain, Mallorca in particular, has a history of dangling wires here, there and everywhere. And there's a move now to put them all underground, just tidy up the environment. See up there, all the cables. In some areas, it's just unbelievable how many cables there are. I'll have to get some photos and show you. I think they've done a good job around here in reducing the cables. You've got sun due to the lights. All these trees now have got their lights on them. They're all ready to be lit up on Thursday evening. Thursday being Thanksgiving Day, so happy Thanksgiving to all our friends from across the pond. Well, I have just taken a detour and I've been into the military cultural centre over there, which has got a really interesting exhibition of 400 years of Spanish military, different parts of the world. They've different parts that the Spanish have actually visited over the last 400 years, and really quite interesting. I'll put that up as a separate video, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, do look out for that one. It's really, I thought, it was well done, and got lots of history of America, of Africa, of all different parts of the world, including the Philippines, which I didn't actually know about. So, well, I knew there was an association, but I didn't realise how closely the Baleares was to the Philippines, the association. I'm now walking down Calle Olmos because I want to go down to Via Roma. Via Roma, which is the other big area where Christmas market stalls will be over the next few weeks leading up to Christmas and on into the New Year and the Three Kings. So in Spain, Christmas goes on and on. So we'll have the Christmas markets leading up. That'll be most of them will be starting at the end of November, beginning of December, and most will then go on through December and into January, because in Spain very much the Three Kings are celebrated on the 6th of January, so they make it drag out. And someone also was asking me about fiestas in Spain, in Mallorca. He says, don't they ever go to work? And because we go off obviously to all these different fiestas on the island, and many of them are in the week, not all at the weekend, and obviously people are not at work, or not at their normal work anyway. And yes, they do have holidays for these fiestas, and each town hall will have 1 or 2 days a year which they will allocate to a fiesta. So lots and lots of towns on the island, lots and lots of fiestas, and they're not all on the same day. So more or less you can go somewhere on the island every week of the year pretty much, and there's something going on. And yes, they will have a day off work for that, but it doesn't mean that they have all of the fiestas. So for Palma, it comes up in January, so the Christmas celebrations that start round about now and will go through to January the 6th, gets sort of extended a little bit in a way until around about the 20th of January. 20th of January is San Sebastian, and San Sebastian is the patron saint of Palma. And so there'll be lots of activities going on in the week leading up to that, and probably in the weekend that follows it. I'm not sure what day it is. I've got a feeling it could well be on a weekend anyway. But it means there'll be lots of things going on, and people will have days off for that. Unfortunately, if a public holiday falls on a Saturday, and you don't normally work on a Saturday, then you lose the public holiday, because Saturday is considered a working day in Spain, so you don't get it. However, if it's on a Sunday, and quite often it will get moved to the Monday, and so instead of having the holiday on the Sunday, which most people don't work, you get the holiday on the Monday. But Anita and I are now retired, so every day's a holiday. Just indicating that we do have a record shop down there. This is Calle Olmos, another one of the pedestrianised streets. It's got lots of shops that Anita likes. And used to be the place we would come for photocopies. When we first came to the island, photocopier machines were quite rare and expensive, and so we used to come into Palma to do our photocopying. Nowadays, many people have got photocopiers at home. They've got printers that will do that, so you don't need these places. So they've sort of expanded or changed their business model, and they now do different sort of printing, so you can get your cards, flyers, posters, all sorts of different printing. Oh, here's my sort of shop. Look at these wonderful pastries. And these are the ones I like. I like some nice chicken pies. I used to come here a lot because a friend of mine used to run a computer shop just at the top there on the corner, and I used to come and see him on a Saturday morning, see what the latest computer and software was all about. Just in front of us we have the Accordia, and they've had a Christmas fair with a little bit different, more of a jumble sale really, but at Christmas time, and lots of interesting things there, all sold to raise money for Refuge, which is a foundation for people who are, well, in difficulties, I suppose, or abused or need help. And we're now at the top of the Via Roma, so it's Accordia. Behind there is the General Hospital, and this Via Roma is usually the place you come to for flowers. So all the flower sellers are down here, but in the lead up to Christmas, it gets invaded by the Christmas stalls, which are going to be all the way down here as well. You can see they're already getting set up. Here's a Casa Alemana, it's a German stall that's going to be set up. Amongst the flowers. So the flower stalls will stay here. You'll be able to get your beautiful flowers, plants, and we'll have the Christmas stalls as well. And this goes all the way down to Plaza Mayor, so the two main plazas in Palma, Plaza España and Plaza Mayor, both give way to Christmas. Here we are setting up stalls. So they'll be allocated a space, and then that space is what you decorate to make your own. So Thursday night, when these lights get switched on, and it's going to be done in in phases, and there's different activities going on in different parts of the city to coincide with the lights going on. Lots and lots of people will come in just to watch the lights be switched on. It'll be very, very busy. As I said earlier, I don't think that's going to be possible for us because my meeting is at 6 o'clock, and that's really when it all kicks off. Such is life. Beautiful arrangements here. It's the money stall. Coins and notes. Advertising Christmas concerts, December the 16th in the St. Nicholas Church. This is the Aspas Cafe. Sorry about the noise. Where Anita and I go now and again for lunch. They do a fantastic lunch there, and it's run by a foundation that helps some disadvantaged people. So you get a great lunch and you're helping out as well at the same time. It's the sort of charity I like. Getting all their wares ready for the stalls. Finding the tablecloths. And that brings me to the end of Via Roma. And just before we leave Via Roma, I'll just have one last look up there. You see you've got the Roman centurions. I'm going to make my way up into Plata Mayor. This is where the big car park is here in Plata Mayor. It's on 3 different levels, I think. And sometimes park there when we're going into Palma. I'm actually going to go up. I've got a bit of climbing to do now, so I think I better turn the camera off while I huff and puff my way to the top. Well, I've made my way up to the Plaza España, and this is a place I used to come to now and again. This is where the British consulate used to be. Not there anymore, it's moved to into the Plaza Oliver Market. I used to have to go there when we first came to the island. I don't know if it was required, but we used to register there as Brits overseas, and that was obviously before Brexit. and things were a little bit different. Anyway, it's near to, if you need it, it's near to the Oliver Market. Anyway, we're now in Pla de Palma, and here they're also getting set up for the Christmas markets, and lots of stalls here, particularly on this side, which are devoted to Baleares, the Christmas nativity scenes, and they will sell you all the bits right down to the bark, the characters, the baby, the manger, everything. The odd camel maybe, and they will sell you all the bits that can go into a nativity scene, and it's a big business here around the Christmas time. So once they're all set up, I'll come back and we can have a look at that. On the other side, more stalls, and these are more just Christmas gift type stalls. This road down here, pedestrianised street, San Miguel, that leads up to Plaza España. There's the market, and then if you go down that way, it carries on down towards the cathedral. And here's the market stalls with all sorts of different things. So some of them will be gifts and some will be more Belen type things. I'll have a better look at that when they're all open. And just to show that there are tourists here and there are tourist visits, so you can have a tour and they will tell you about the different things. A lot of these are free, at least they advertise themselves to be free, but they expect you to pay a donation or a little tip, I suppose. And I guess if you've got that sort of number, if everyone gives you €2 or €3, it's quite a lucrative business. I don't know. The lights here become quite spectacular for Christmas as well. So on the 23rd, when they come on, these will all get switched on, and they all go to these two central poles that are raised up, and they give us a canopy of light, which is quite pretty. I'm going to make my way down to Syndicato, which is another pedestrianised street. It's quite advanced here with their lighting and everything set up. $15.90 for a menu, that's not too bad, I don't suppose, considering you're in Plaza Mayor. This is I've not noticed the name of this before, but it's called Pokemania. So it's got anything to do with these Pokemon cards that our granddaughters are collecting at the moment, and Anita seems to be encouraging. I don't know. The glass cover here is above the stairs and escalators that would take you down to the gallery down below. You can still go down the steps. The escalators have been switched off for a long time. The gallery has been closed for a very long time, but you can still go down the stairs, and that gives you access to the car park, so the parking is down there. The gallery itself was it was emptied years ago, and nothing happened, nothing for years. They kept talking about things going to happen, but nothing happened. There was a meeting a few weeks, probably now months ago, which said that things were going to happen. Well, nothing's happened yet, so that's going to be a New Year thing, I think. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the New Year. And this is Syndicato, one of the other main shopping streets in Palma, pedestrianised again. And here's a place to get your party dress. should you be that way inclined. But all sorts of shops down here, souvenir type things, but also everything really. So Anita and Yvonne will be up and down here looking for things, and Anita's Wolf shop is down here, so she should be well, she could be down here. Lots of phone shops and phone type shops, phone repair shops as well, and the shoe shops, all the typical sorts of things here. Even a little bar there. And the fancy shoes. And hairdressers. That's what it says. Leather bags. Watches and jewellery. A little bit sad that this shop doesn't exist anymore. This was the it's called Refuge the Montana, which is like, it's a bit like the scout shop. In fact, they did have the scout badges in there. They used to sell them for the local scouts, and all sorts of camping and that sort of equipment. And I guess that's something that's become quite difficult to maintain a business here on the island, particularly in this area. But it's a fantastic building, and you go in through the door there, and it's a little entranceway, and then it opens out. So it's quite a big shop to be closed. I'm looking here at the. This is a hat shop. They just specialise in hats, and yeah, I've never been a hat person until the last few years, when I needed to get a hat to protect my hearing aids. That's why I wear the leather hat. We went to the Lake District, and it was raining. I needed something to protect me, otherwise I couldn't go out when it rained. And so I bought the leather hat. That's the story of why I do wear a leather hat. And also over here, the brim gives a nice little protection from the sun, so I don't need to wear sunglasses. Sun. There you go, penknife and a half there for €125. Do get a lot of music that gets played out of these, which plays a bit of a problem with the videos, so hopefully not this one. We'll see. Like a slice of pizza, $2.50. Still lots of graffiti on the walls here, and government is trying its best to do something about it, but it's a very big job that they've set themselves to get rid of graffiti. Particularly annoying when it's on stonework like this. Look at the graffiti here. These are lovely buildings. That's going to be hard to remove, I would think. It's not going to be easy to get it off the stone there. And then amongst it there's graffiti that looks quite nice. There's a nice picture of a girl down there with a mask on it. It's still graffiti, I suppose. I think this is one of the streets that they really should come down and sort out, because this is potentially a really good shopping street, and tourists to see it like this. So the music I'm hearing now is actually a street band who are playing down the road. Saxophonist there. Since being to Ibiza, I've really got a thing for saxophone music. It's really nice. And this is a full-fledged band. They've got the drum kit out, saxophonist, guitarist. That bit out, and I quite like that music. So this is where we catch the bus home, where we got off the bus and where we get the bus home. There's two buses, there's a 46 and a 47, and one goes in a clockwise direction and the other one goes in an anti-clockwise direction. But all roads lead to Rome, or Hanover, as the buses say on the front of them. Well, I've got another maybe 40 minutes or 50 minutes to wait for Anita, so I'm going to find somewhere to go to sit for a while, and then I'll catch up with you a little bit later. Well, I managed to catch up with Anita, and we just had another coffee, and the bus is here.
Lots of lovely shopping as well.
So we'll be on our way home. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Very noisy here, but we've just been in Palma, and the temperatures there were showing 21, 22. But here you can see it's only, what, 17 and a half, 18 degrees.